Nothing gets better in Canada. What is even the point of voting in Canada? Because this keeps happening. Things aren't improving. Let's take a look, sadly, at this story.
We have breaking news tonight. The NDP says Nunavut MP Lori Idlout has decided to cross the floor and will join the Liberal government. That puts Mark Carney just 2 seats shy of a majority, with by-elections about a month away. Idlout has represented Nunavut since 2021. Earlier this year, she told CBC News she had been asked to join the Liberals, but could not do so at the time. Marina von Stackelberg joins us now from Ottawa.
Unbelievable. We'll take a look here at a little bit on X. This is this person, Lori Idlout, I think is how it's pronounced. She gets asked a question here from a reporter. Let's take a look at this. Here she is standing next to Mark Carney.
Lori, what did the government say to get you to cross the floor? What did they tangibly promise you? More consultation, specific asks? Like what incentivized you?
Like with any complicated issue, it wasn't just one thing that happened. There are a variety of many things that have allowed me to really reflect on this, and I'm very thankful to be so warmly welcomed.
What specifically?
RCMP, please move. Please.
It's so insane that you can do this in Canada. Carney has gotten now 4 additional MPs lately in floor crossings. And sadly, Pierre Poilievre and the CPC apparently have no way to deal with this. I mean, on one level, you could say it's very unfair, but they've got to figure out something to get the momentum back. I got some thoughts on that a little bit later, but here is Chris D'Autremont, also a floor crosser.
We don't elect a party. We don't elect one direction or another. We elect someone that we feel that can represent our riding, and it's up to that member of parliament to make a decision of what they feel is going to be best for their riding. And
that's probably how this guy sleeps at night. That is such a cop-out garbage answer. We don't elect a party. We elect... It's such a ridiculous system. These floor crossings are the antithesis of democracy. That is, you don't elect... The party matters way more than the actual person. This is kind of a narcissistic answer, to be honest.
To make a decision of what they feel is going to be best for their riding. And that even means changing parties if they feel that that would be better for their constituents.
Man, that is crazy. Sorry, but that's just a narcissistic answer. That is awful. Take a look at this one here. Looks like Lori is respecting the wishes of her constituents. I would bet she spoke to many of them too. First of all, this is not even a poll. It's just some odds of winning thing that shows in this Nunavut riding, Liberals are a little bit ahead of NDP. But the other thing is, even if it was a poll, it doesn't work like this. You shouldn't just switch parties when you see a little bit of momentum, temporary momentum going in one direction. Because polls, as we all know, are a roller coaster. So this is such a crazy point that Lori is respecting the wishes of her constituents. Give me a break. Okay, we'll take a look at Poilievre's statement on this. And to be clear, I think Poilievre should resign. I think he has been a very weak leader for about 18 months. He doesn't seem to know how to get the momentum back. He continually just does one video, one post or whatever every once in a while, then goes back into hiding. He says Mark Carney is using backroom deals to seize a costly majority that voters rejected, which will enable Liberals to balloon debt, inflate the cost of living, block resources, and turn criminals loose on our streets. Conservatives will do what we promised voters. Fight for a Canada that is affordable, safe, and strong at home, and unbreakable abroad. I believe he said similar things during all of the 4 recent floor crossers. To me, it's clear he has no idea what to do about this. And to be honest, I think Poilievre and the CPC have had enough time to figure out how to deal with Mark Carney, what to say, how to get the narrative back on the Conservatives' side. I mean, I think the large content creators in Canada have to start being more critical of Poilievre. What is he doing about this? The Liberals, like, cynically, they just want to win and govern and get more power. The Conservatives are supposed to be offering an alternate view to this. Where are they? Where is the alternate view in Canada? It's like people online tweeting. Poilievre doesn't tweet nearly enough, doesn't post nearly enough, doesn't provide an alternate vision. It's not actually that clear why to even vote for Conservatives. He doesn't have bold ideas. He should be talking about massive tax cuts, massive changes to immigration systems, things like that, but he just gives little breadcrumbs here and there and barely fights for them. He'll offer up a little thing and then it won't pass or it won't work or whatever. It won't gain traction, and he'll just be like, okay, well, I'll just bring up another little thing in a month. If you're watching this and you like him, don't you want to ask more of your leader? Don't you want to be inspired? Carney, sadly, has inspired people, and it's very stupid, but they're winning.
We'll see how all these chips fall, but it looks to me like the Prime Minister's made his decision. When he called those by-elections, now with yet another member crossing the floor, I don't think the Prime Minister is gearing up for a spring election. Just the opposite. It looks to me like the Liberals feel that the majority is within their grasp, and we won't be having an election for 2, 3, 4 years.
Scott,
although,
yeah,
never say never.
never say yeah.
I'll cover a couple posts from this account called Brian Brejou. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not, actually, but he's kind of saying similar things to me about Poilievre. He says, excellent news for Poilievre, genuinely. He avoids a snap election where the CPC would be destroyed, and they would be. Not all those polls would be incorrect. I'm skeptical of polls as well, but give me a break. The people that think that Poilievre is genuinely winning in the polls, I mean, come on. We can't be delusional like the far left. Anyway, now focus on 28 and stop being so weak. Exactly. Or move over and let someone else do it. That's how I feel. That's the problem. People say Poilievre is being too Maple MAGA. That's the exact opposite. He should be Maple MAGA and say, I don't care. I'm going to fight for these ideas. You can insult me if you want. Who cares? But he hasn't been doing that. He will be bold like once every 2 months and then immediately go back into hiding. It's very sad. And anyway, this guy also says, once again, if the CPC doesn't have a reform on floor crossing in their platform next election, I'll not vote for them. If my choices are only between grifters, I'll vote for the ones who are at least educated. So, yeah, I mean, I haven't thought about that yet, but I agree with him. This floor crossing thing should stop. It's insane. 4 people have recently crossed the floor and joined Mark Carney's Liberal Party. Surely these people would be joining a successful party because Canada is doing so well, right?
A new report from Rosenberg Research says that the Canadian economy is on life support.
On life support. And this is from about 1 month ago. And there's been new data actually since this video came out even that in Q4 of 25, Canada's economy shrunk. So a lot of people are joining Mark Carney's Liberal Party. Why? Anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Please like, please subscribe. Have a great day.